Alpha Centauri and Sirius are going to be the best possibilities for a new colony.
Now, since we started in the Sol system, how many other species are going to start in the Sol system?
I specifically tried to avoid more than one species being in the Sol system, but I changed the stats for one of them so they didn't. So the only other empire with a spawn at least in a system similar to ours would be Outer Heaven.
Okay, cool. So you changed the people.
Yes. I changed them to a random station start. And I'm going to be investigating Alpha Centauri, then Sirius.
Special project complete.
Does anyone remember Sirius Saddle XM? Satellite?
Anyway, we have pirates.
What?
Quite early.
Don't they still exist?
Do they?
They're sort of two different kinds of pirates in this game. They're the ones that are from your own empire, and I think the ones I... Wait, never mind. I think those are the ones that I just researched, and that's what they were. So the ones that we found probably over near that black hole were the ones that I just noticed were pirates. But they're two different kinds of pirates that you can encounter. One is just some group within your own empire that just turns to piracy, while there are others that are just other people just hanging out. And we have an event chain to go on, and it's asking us to explore different kinds of worlds, investigating how they've collapsed or failed or whatever. So, go into the event log and track all of them on map. We have a tradition.
What?
So, which one would you prefer we start with?
Oh god, tradition.
Expansion, which will... New colonies will... adopting it, new colonies will have one additional pop. Domination... or demand cost to subjugate other empires reduced by 25%. And we get 20% of acceptance when diplomatically subjugating other empires. Can reduce mining station build cost with prosperity, harmony. Happiness doesn't matter with us.
I'd say
there's other stuff. Huh?
I would say probably between expansion and prosperity. Because
Well,
right
I
now
was
we...
gonna say between expansion and domination, so probably expansion is the way to go.
Yeah, because I feel
I
like
guess
with domination, we have already just been shown in our neighborhood that we are not tough shit.
That's why we need the bonuses, though.
That's true, but the first bonus is just to subjugating other peoples. I feel like until we're bigger, then we can start throwing our weight around, like a true goon.
So, Alpha Centauri 2 has been surveyed. Oh, and, just to show something else off, there's this thing over here, alien pets. That is a local resource, sort of a strategic resource of some sort. That doesn't do much itself, but it does mean that I could build a Xeno Zoo there, which could be some better society output, as well as some other bonuses. That requires some research, of course. There's at least one other type of local resource like that.
Alien pets sounds adorable.
This planet has quite a bit of other a bunch of tile blockers.
Yeah, what's the ugly thing in the top left?
The
Top right, I mean.
top right, that is dangerous wildlife. Like predators are around and will cause
So
trouble.
if
Can't-
we kill that, will it turn into alien pets?
No, it wouldn't.
Damn it.
But before we could colonize that, we'd have to be able to afford a colony ship. 345 minerals.
Okay, so it sounds like it's time for a drill, baby, drill.
Currently working on a mining station over here. And otherwise... This guy's still building. Do you want to change your mind and relocate him to the minerals, or leave him on the food?
Nah, leave him on the food.
Construction
He's already almost done. He'll help us get more pop and more pop, put more dudes.
In the meantime, I'll start building a hydroponics farm,
Cool.
which would be even more food.
Or you could keep fracking.
Special project complete.
And that other alien, spaceborne alien, was space amoebas. So we have two options on how to regard that. We could this thing, which we get another space special project to research, that could lead to some kind of Empire bonus. While there's another one which begins Space Amoeba Specimen event chain, which will require us to hunt down and kill a Space Amoeba.
Ooh, I don't like it. What's up, Circl?
I think if we don't use our studies to invent space aids to inflict on our enemies, then they'll just inflict it on us. So we need to study and exploit these space amoebas.
So,
Yes, we must study the amoeba. Become like the amoeba.
just the studying, not the hunting one.
No.
Situation.
Studying sounds somehow easier than hunting.
So, you got this one. Can start. And Habitable World Survey needs us to survey some number of habitable worlds. Maybe we could go ahead and do that, or just give up on it and get some free influence.
How much influence
Though
we
there
have?
are some rewards for completing that.
How much influence do we have?
We have 205.
Okay.
Plus 3.
And did we already surveyed 2 habitable worlds, correct?
Yes, but that doesn't really count towards. It'll count from after we start the event.
Maybe we should just take the 10% bump.
Just for the. Go ahead, get the 20 influence.
Yeah, the influence sounds good. Because it sounds... We have... In terms of what's in our range, I think we found everything that's in our range, so it's been real hard to meet the demands.
Yeah, found one. Oh, and some time ago I turned on the tracker for that one event.
Evading hostile.
Mass extinction one.
Yeah, so these are pinging on the map. Gonna have to check those out. But there are some hostile fleets in our... Probably amoebas. Yeah, they're amoebas.
Wait, amoeba hunters, as in the amoebas are going to attack us?
System complete.
Likely not. They often just kind of poke in and wait to warp out. Yeah, they're just warping and traveling around.
You know, maybe once we're done studying them, we should harvest them for their warp glands, so we don't have to use the gates anymore.
You cannot really change your warp technology.
Oh, right. Paradox.
And we saw there was a comet, and we got some unity from it, because it was kind of cool.
Goons love shiny things.
Construction complete.
Goons also love Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Goon loves shiny things in space.
Everything's better in space.
Damn near. Except for pouring a martini.
Found a mineral deposit over here. Sending the
Research
construction ship to investigate and finish this one technology. What do we want to get from this? Got powered exoskeletons, better army damage and mineral output, ion thrusters for our ships, better building speed, or start upgrading our spaceports.
Minerals. Drill, baby, drill.
Right. That also works towards getting robotics.
What do you think, Circl?
Drill, baby, drill.
And we have some decent
anomaly found.
engineering income.
Sweet. So we've met
This-
3, let's call them aliens, but nothing yet that would be considered another player race, right?
No. Those are just spaceborne aliens. They don't really come from anywhere.
I have to admit, I'm actually kind of surprised.
It's not like we've gone very far.
I know, but still, it's like,
Yeah.
with how many we've put in, but then again, it is a huge galaxy.
And
Billions of stars.
discovered that this one asteroid was towed into place.
We towed an asteroid into our orbit.
Somebody did. So if we put a research station on that, we can get some engineering output.
Oh, dude, we should tow that right to Earth. We can call it Luna 2. Wait, can you actually ever tow asteroids in this game?
No.
Oh, it's an ancient technology.
Something kind of annoying is that when a science ship discovers an anomaly, you get that message, but it doesn't pause the game, and they kind of move away some distance before you click the research button, so then they would have to turn back.
Oh, wow, that is actually annoying. Can you change that in the settings?
No.
Really?
Oh,
Because, Circl, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe in Europa Universalis, you can change the pause menu prompts.
Yeah, in Europa Universalis, you can have it pause on any pop-up.
God damn it, Paradox.
currently there is one for events like this pop up, and this is from finishing researching those space amoebas, so we get a plus 5% engineering output. And that shows up here on the general Empire screen.
So the good news is energy. The bad news is no space aids yet for Circl.
I think the amoebas are the space aids, that's why they're going around as hunters. We need to weaponize them for our own purposes.
Right, and this is something interesting. We got an automated shipyard. This creates another special project to repair it, and we will get a ship out of it.
Oh my god.
Updated.
Is it inside of our boundaries?
Yeah, it's right here.
Sweet.
But our scientist isn't good enough. It says I need a scientist of skill level 3 or higher. He's level 2 and halfway to 3.
He needs
Alright.
to grind out that XP.
He really does.
Yep.
Have him
Good work.
stare at the sun for a while. That might make him smarter.
He's getting to that. In the meantime, I'll just ping that on the map.
So, do we know what ship it'll create, or really just create a random ship?
As far as I know, it'll be random.
So it could be Star Destroyer, or it could be the USS Enterprise. Or another fucking Lambda.
I'm not sure, but from what I know of, especially at this stage, whatever it creates is usually pretty good compared to whatever your current technology is.
Construction complete.
Sweet.
Maybe we can go get some space cow with it.
Yeah, wrangle us some space cow! Onto the space prairies of Uranus.
More like onto our space hamburger buns.
No, first I gotta eat, man. And then we take them to the slaughterhouses on Mars.
Yeah, currently told this construction ship to get this one mining deposit, but right now, before we finish it, we have a +0 income, actually 0.08 energy. So once that thing goes down, gets up, we're going to be at an energy deficit.
That's alright. We have a stockpile of some sorts. Oh wait, if we
Really,
build a
something to
ship,
keep in mind.
System
if we
survey.
build a ship, it's also going to cost maintenance, isn't it?
Yes.
Maybe we should build a ship then.
So something we could do, we got this tile that'll get some decent energy output. Could clear that, then put this new guy on that spot, and that could get us back into the positive.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Especially since we're getting close. We're now almost at +18 minerals, meaning that even if we slowed it by 2, we'd still be on a significant path to getting to our necessary 350. Was it?
Just around that. I think it was 345 or something. And Sirius 3 was surveyed. This is what that place looks like. It's got unstable tectonics. It's got bad habitability.
Construction complete.
We don't care about happiness since we're hive mind. But it also has some decent engineering output. Got another tradition. Do we want to continue down expansion? And if we do, which one is do we want the capital buildings to get 1 additional unity? Or the frontier outposts count as being half a regular distance away? Or influence cost?
Will we be building frontier outposts, or are we probably more leaning toward colonizing, right?
I generally prefer colonizing.
So,
Because frontier outposts have a unity upkeep. Influence upkeep. So building one bring us down from +3 to +2.
So let's go colony.
yeah.
Very-
I got a fever. The only no, it's too old of a joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bring the construction ship back to the home system.
Oh, dude, just call it the name we called it, man. Bring it back to games.
Also, just to keep something in mind, especially to the thread. I mentioned it before, but we could rename things. Renaming the star would rename the system. We could name planets. Like if we don't want them to be named after traditional solar system planets, we could change them. I think we could also name our leaders, if I could find that tab. Leaders, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we could rename our leaders. Somebody could take the place of this guy, name-wise. And ships could also be renamed. Almost anything in this game can be renamed. So,
Can we
reminding
rename that black
everyone about that.
hole?
We can. Said renaming the black hole.
Yeah, whatever it's called, Xenophys's black hole.
Zucanus black hole. Though we cannot rename anything outside our borders,
I see.
so we'll have to expand towards that before we could rename it.
Okay. Otherwise, I just want to rename Uranus to Pastures and Mars to Slaughterhouse, and then, Space Cows to Space Cows. That'd be good. What do you think, Circl?
I think that'd probably be best left to the thread.
You're right. I'll just put terrible ideas out there and see what sticks.
And Bernard Star has some energy output, which we are desperately in need of.
Like this over here, Bernards. We don't have anyone named Bernard. We're autonomous drones.
Okay, do we want shields, a planetary bonus to energy output, better sensors, or better research speed?
Sounds like we need the energy output.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I believe I've made my stance on robots very clear. Or more like AI, rather.
Yeah, the administrative AI is a computer thing.
And I don't trust AI, but our dude is good at it, so maybe we should do that next.
Alright.
If that's an option.
Yeah, if it comes up again, it may or may not. So there are some conditions that could make certain technologies more or less likely to appear. Like, for example, there are psionic technologies, and a spiritualist empire would be more likely to get them compared to a materialist. Though, in some perspectives, I'm not really fond of that, especially if it's going to be flavored as psionics rather than like mysticism or something like that.
Yeah, I get that.
Construction complete.
So have we started build? Oh, that's actually a good question. The warp gates we use, right?
Yes.
Do they have upkeep?
They have a little bit of upkeep. Not gonna build one right now, though I will. Yeah, it has a 0.25 per month energy maintenance. Not very much, but
It can add up.
yeah.
And it will.
But as you could see, this orange dotted line is the range of our one warp gate. If we want to go beyond that, we will have to build another one. Okay, now we got the... all these we got before. Which one do we want?
I guess if... No, we have enough minerals for a colony. Assembly patterns, I think. What do you think, Circl?
But nanomachines, son.
We already did nanomachines, man. Now
There's
we're...
more nanomachines there.
No, that's a
Nanocomposite
nanocomposite. That's not the little tiny
They're
machine,
built
guys.
by nanomachines, though.
Oh, are you assured of this? Because if you're assured of this, you're right. Nanomachines, son.
Why else would they put nano in the name?
Oh, he's right!
And also, you pointed out that we have enough minerals for a colony ship. Which planet do you prefer that we colonize? The one with the alien pets or the engineering output?
Engineering output.
Yeah, engineering. Since we don't know anyone else yet, the alien pets are definitely secondary.
Pets are kind of a big
Okay.
responsibility, and that gets in the way of our computer time.
And goons are
And-
terrible with responsibility.
It'd be for dropping it on this one energy spot, since this chip gives out energy, but one of you mentioned something more central, so something can get an adjacency bonus. But there's no adjacency bonus for research. Just minerals, food, and energy.
Oh, okay. In that case, the one is it only adjacent via a T intersection, or is it adjacency for all squares?
Just cross T or whatever.
Oh, okay. In that case, if you go up one and then over one on the right side, that one would theoretically give a bonus to all of those squares, correct?
This one with 1 minerals.
Yes.
I could drop it there.
Or would it not give you... Oh, that would be getting a unity bonus, and we don't really need those, do we?
What do you mean?
On the left side of it, there's that little circle. That's the unity bonus, right?
Alright, this one with that, I think that's more of a gear, that's engineering.
Okay.
And building a basic lab on... And but a basic lab gives a +1 for all research types. Though they could specialize in any one and just give additional output. Like we have the engineering labs researched, we could upgrade a basic lab to those. It'll just give +1 over everything else, and +2 engineering on top of the tile bonus. Just putting it on that one central one. Does anybody prefer a name, or just leave it to the thread to...
Oh, no, leave it to
come
the
up with
thread. I think Circl made a very good point.
Yeah, for now it's gonna be Sirius Prime. If anybody wants to call it, just say rename Sirius Prime to whatever. So now we have our spaceport queued up the colony ship.
Alright, so some brave goons, or hopefully brave, are off to conquer Sirius, essentially.
Some poor bastards.
Well, they're part of the collective consciousness.
So it is as though we are just reaching our hand out. Dude, playing mushroom people is weird. Like...
I guess technically we're sending out spores, so it's more like we're ejaculating in that direction.
See, goddammit.
Sort of, I guess.
We pointed our big mushroom space stick. And then we'll probably pay child support.
Wouldn't that be a great note to end on?
It would, I mean, I'm glad none of you laughed. It just makes me seem like a horrible person.
Yeah.
Truth hurts sometimes.
And with... But yeah, no, we're at a good mineral output. We'll probably have another colony ship ready to go soon, so... I mean, this is looking pretty great. I think now
though we don't have that good of an energy output, it's not very good to have multiple colonies being constructed at any time unless you have like an enormous sort of energy production, because each one will be a -8 to your monthly energy.
Oh. Oh dear.
So if we do want to get some colonies out pretty quickly, rather than having them go simultaneously, could just wait until one colony is finished, then immediately start creating another colony ship, or possibly time it sometime before the first colony is finished to start building the next ship, so there isn't too much energy deficit.
Well, I think now that we've set up a colony and we've made a couple of decisions and we've already talked about letting the thread do things, this might be a good place to call it. And let the thread lead us to victory.
Yeah.
Circl, am I saying that right?
Certainly won't.
Do you think? Yeah, I know, right? That's what I want to rename things. I want to avoid AIs. I want to build robots, though. I'm a very conflicting man.
Robots are run by AIs.
I'm very
Construction
conflicted.
complete.
Alright, and our colony ship's constructed and it's being sent out. So, suppose that would be good enough spot to call it. So,
So until next time.
yes. See you later, guys.
See you later, Space Cowboys.